Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another casted game. We're on the high level ranked 1 versus 1 quick search ladder. We found ourselves a game today between Revnak and JulianK. The map is Dakota's points to the northwest, the map in the colour blue. It is Revnak playing as the Germans. A civ he finds the most OP in the game throughout the history of Age of Empires 3 and will never let that fall away. He will die on that sword. Whether he actually believes himself or not, it's a funny narrative. Spawning down to the southeastern map in the colour red, playing as the British, it is JulianK, also one of the best players in the game at the moment. And Julian, who's recently putting some content on YouTube, check him out, has put a tier list and has suggested that the Brits are the best civ in the game. And he's currently grinding with the Brits on ladder as well. I've actually noticed that Julian's been playing quite a lot of British as well, streaming it. Mixed results is currently sat at about 2.3k, I think. I'll have a quick look for you right now. Julian 2352 elo, and Revnak's third account just at a measly 2260 elo, so about 100 elo down from Julian. I've been a bit absent from the YouTube community recently, but I'm not going to say I'm fully back, but now that some of the ESOC tournaments have been cleared up, I've been away on holiday a couple of times, or away on some trips, so I should find myself some time just to kind of hop in there. I've kind of been enjoying playing Quick Search, but unfortunately streaming at the moment is a bit of a real pain at the moment on Twitch. So I'm kind of going to drop that down a little bit in comparison. But, you know, if I can get some recorded games and get them casted, I think that's going to be pretty good stuff behind. Alright, let's look at the treasures taken so far at the moment in the game. Revnak's picked up 80 food. I think it also picked up some other stuff earlier. A little bit of coin. Oh, that's about it. Actually, has declined some of his treasures on the right side. Has he seen them? No, hasn't really scouted it and not gone for 3 stray sheep. And walked past 85 food. That's a bit of a blunder there from Revnak. Because that's something that on this map, you know there's going to be plenty of food treasures. Now hunting down Julian's explorer, but Julian's had a fantastic time of his scouting. And taken every treasure he's seen. Currently looking for 100 food. 70 food picked up already. Bit of coin. Maybe another decent 140 food. Treasure congestion coming in at the moment. And might actually, Revnak probably could have just committed to try and kill Julian's explorer there. Does come in and steal the treasure, and at 44 HP nearby, that explorer from Julian is going to go down. There's no way he can get out of Revnak's line of sight. 2 more shots and that will be killed. Maybe another one extra for the remainder and leftover. Yeah, look at that. 1 HP remaining. And maybe actually Revnak was assuming he was going to die, so he just didn't follow up and commit. But Julian having to run away with 1 HP Explorer is actually quite a funny thing to witness. I'm sure that villager's going hunting, maybe trying to block. But all Revnak needs to do is basically say, you cannot walk this direction if I snipe. Oh, he's turned away. That's a snipe. Maybe Julian hit the mini-map or something. Yeah. Yeah, here's a explorer's walking back this way. Maybe he's expecting it to go down, but try and get a building built nearby. Settler wagon here from Revnak going south, looking for maybe a side tower rush. Manor house left here for Julian. Would actually scout out early aggression. And the thing is, Revnak doesn't actually really know where any defensive buildings are, so this might get scouted very quickly, which is, I think it would be really unfair, unfortunate for Revnak when it does get scouted. Explorer does move in, sees villagers, doesn't see the manor house. And again, the manor house line of sight in Age 1 very poor, and I think has been turned down over patches as well to kind of prevent, you know, the fact, you know, manor houses spread on the map, giving huge line of sight and defensive advantages for Brit. Tower does come up, and JulianK on the age up line of sight. Actually now scouts the tower. He's thinking, oh my god, what's going on here? Barracks being instantly thrown down by 2 villagers, and the outpost is going to go probably really defensive here as well. I'd like it to be next to a TC. Yep, next to the TC in front of the second gold. It has back gold available. Coin will get gathered up. I'm sure some longbows and some musks will be coming up. Yeah, mark it down here from JulianK. No tech's being researched just yet. We'll probably get hunting dogs. Yeah, clicks in it now to see how Revnak wants to open up, whether he'd go for... He's actually going to go for 8 crossbow first. 2 crossbows will be a full batch of 5 for a 13 bow plus 2 Ulan push. But all the vills have kind of gone on the eastern side of the town centre. Actually, just under the TC. Whole eco is right here, and a Zuta box can be drawn upon the entire economy. Look at that. 19 vills. So there's 2 other vills elsewhere running away from a mid-map. They're not in any harm's way. TC fire, look at this, knocking down the Ulans. These are the damage dealers. Longbows will happily fight versus crossbow. And this push from Revnak, this aggression, because it was scouted out early, I don't think it's going to get too much done, unfortunately. Revnak is looking for those vills. He's going to dive in and deny some manor houses. Fighting the longbows, but TC fire, outpost fire, longbow fire. Not many crossbows remain here from Revnak. And this is looking like a failed rush. Like a real ultimate fail. An epic fail, some might say. A couple low HP. But the remaining longbows with their basically double rate of fire are going to do some big damage. Longbows actually severely do more damage than crossbows in melee. That's quite hilarious as well, why that is. And the rush has been stopped. 3 saddle wagons will follow up behind, but Julian's just chilling out in base. Manor house is going down, and a couple more vills being produced. 6 longbow being sent, longbow being trained. Will basically be the end of it. 1 pike came out here from Revnak, and that was a failed batch. Hoping for 5, trying to siege down the market, maybe siege down manor house for decent experience points, but the threat levels here from Revnak exerting onto Julian is very minimal at this point. I think Julian very safe to now queue up a pikeman to defend versus potential cav switch. 2 Ulans do come up from the 3 saddle wagon shipments. 3 saddle wagons do go home. Looking at the market state here from Revnak, and it's only hunting dogs at the moment. It does have gangsaw, but no steel traps, and that is a big one to not have. I mean, he's only got saddle wagon and a villager on a tree at the moment. Going for place mines, looking to probably switch into age up or stable play, but it's not going to be that impactful. Longbows just walk forward, boo, push back the pike crossbow composition here from Revnak, but another batch of longbows do come up. 600 wood. This is going to be a stable, and some, yeah, the stable does come down, manor houses as well. Yeah, Julian is not feeling any significant pressure. I'd like him to defend the house, though. Not for the fact that he keeps the house or not keeps the house, but the fact that the army is pinned down trying to siege it, and maybe, you know, thinking at some point it might just commit to try and get that final bit of value. Yeah, Julian's just like... I think he's aware to not sit under an outpost in case of maybe a 5 Ulan pop. Does Revnak have that in his deck? He does have 5 Ulans, be careful. But yeah, as a card goes, not a great card. And actually, you know, Revnak without a without a trading post and no church in base, the XP curve is really poor. And gonna go for some doppelsonders to round out this composition. Very interesting. 9 crossbows, 4 pike, 4 dops. 3 dops being sent. He's looking to queue another dop as well, so I guess he's going to just try and just ram it all in. And, you know, longbows, they are fantastic when they are stood stationary, but they're not great moving. Unfortunately for Revnak, now that musketeers are being made, minutemen available, of course, defensive buildings, and a stable, it might be the fact that the longbows can safely get away from the dops, and the musks, minutemen, maybe some Vilpool as well, will pin down the doppelsonders. Decent damage, but it's not as high as you think. Out come another 2 Uhlans, 3 Dops, and the kind of pushes on, and Julian has taken the fight away from his base. Explorer comes in for the melee. Musk's probably in melee as well, and Minutemen will likely get called from Julian. This is probably going to be a big fight here. Oh, 6 Musks being sent for the forward. Outposts and Huss on the back row of crossbows. You see how crossbows are kind of distracted, and the longbows are getting some good damage in between the Dops, and a bit of stagger formation, and the effectiveness of the Doppelstonners kind of fall off a cliff there. Anti-cav is just the 2 Dops and the pikes on the top side, but the Musks should be enough. Minutemen do get called now, but the armies are much lower down, and Huss will pin down the crossbows. Heavy infantry has to move back onto the cavalry. They can't do it. All the anti-cav has gone down here from Revnak, and those crossbows are easy pickings for those Hussar. Julian taking a commanding position in this game. More Musks do come out. Hussar's being trained behind. 700 coin to reinforce this position, and well, Revnak's nearly at half score. What a glorious day this is. Number 5 Dops, 5 Uhlans coming out, but yeah, it's not going to get much done, unfortunately, especially now that there's a decent amount of musketeers, and you know, even 1 HP Minutemen causes massive problems for Dops. They can't close in fast enough to do the damage, and the Uhlans are going to go for a bit of a raid, trying to probably drag this game out longer than it needs to. There's 5 Dops hidden in a corner. Is actually Revnak looking to hide? Yes, at this point, I think it's just that he's wanting to maybe set up some sort of trap. Julian's going for a raid. He just has no vision of this hunt up top. He's only gathered by that 1 Vil. Most of the economy is still in base, nicely, safely tucked up. Julian's just going to go for another batch of 5 Huss and just going to march on this forward outpost. Yeah, Uhlans going for a back raid, but as soon as Julian sees this, he's going to keep those 4 Huss in reserve. Yeah, turn around onto those Uhlans. There's no way those Uhlans are going to get any sort of raid. They're going to go down. Outpost going to go down. Dops cannot connect. They will be... They're trying to get something done. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go, boys. The Dop side flank. How many kills will they get? At the moment, 0. It's still 0. It is still 0. Okay, they've got their first couple of units. And now the Musks are getting involved. And the Minutemen are probably got picked off there by the outpost. It's just a futile attempt. And yeah, half score now Revnak is. And I think Julian's just kind of quietly chuckling to himself how much of a stomp this has been so far for him against Revnak. And simple kind of play really overall for Brit. A couple longbows to defend versus the crossbows, and once the crossbows stop being produced here from Revnak, Musks just counter both the Uhlans and the Dops, and you know, Uhlans only 190 HP. They are so weak now, just in general. Easy game there for Julian, and Revnak has to tap out at, and that is going to be it for this game. Poor Revnak. The first game I catch back up on this long time absence from the YouTube scene, although I've been pretty busy on Twitch, is a crushing defeat. So yeah, maybe maybe it's a sign for things to come. So Revnak trying to embrace the inner Kaiserklan and go in Germany for a tower rush. It just doesn't work versus Brits, and just doesn't feel good. Nicely defended by Julian with the longbows, and then Minutemen and Musketeers reinforcements, defensive buildings with the outpost and TC, and I don't think he lost a single Vil this game. Worth checking, I think. Yeah, no Vil loss there from JulianK, and that is actually a mark of a good player. Pressure does come in, but make sure he does not lose any economic potential from that, because that could have allowed Revnak to creep back in as the game goes on, but even Revnak was cutting Vils at the end to try and get those batches of Doppels, but Doppels don't really counter too much, and this fight, oh god, that was horrendous, wasn't it? That was absolutely shocking, and also the initial push from Revnak in the base. 13 crossbow, 2 Uhlans, not really getting anything done, just dying to longbow and building fire, unfortunately. And that is as the game goes. So thank you guys for watching. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Make sure you give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Thanks for watching.